keeps asking me if I'm going to go on All Stars. Now, I don't know. See, my thing with All Stars is that I don't know half of the fucking people on All Stars. I had to do some research. And of course, I know the OG people, and they're my friends. But then there's like people that I know of, but I don't know. So like Cara Maria. I know of her. I don't know her personally. I did some digging though, and I heard that she was like taking the T at a LGB, and I was like, whoa. That's pretty, I try to stay away from political shit on here. And yes, Zach, like Naya, I don't know her, right? Just for the record, I don't know her personally. I hosted a reunion. She was on it. This was a long time ago. And yes, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to rehash the past, but this is my only memory of this chick. And her fucking dress was dirty and her toes were hanging off her shoes. That's just the truth. It was a long time ago. I'm sure she's got the right size shoes, and I'm sure she does dry cleaning these days. I'm sorry. I'm not talking shit. She's a big girl, and I think one of the comments that somebody said after I said, that whole thing about retirement, and of course, it's not only a military term. Everything you say on these TikTok and Instagram, they like break it apart. It's not only a military term. The inference was it's for people that have had a nurse or a doctor or a receptionist, and they've been working there for years and years. They get the gold watch. That's what I meant. And it also is a military term. So just to put that out there. So anyway, somebody said I was talking about her. I never said her name. But again, I digress. I don't know her. I hosted her reunion. She acted shady and pissed that I was hosting it. I was fucking pregnant when I was hosting it. They didn't show it. I guess it wasn't hot, but I was pregnant with my daughter. So, yeah, that spider was the bullshit. Would I ever go back on a show? I don't want to ever say no. I don't want to do that. I do have a business right now. I am a birth doula, a postpartum doula, a lactation consultant, a childbirth educator, prenatal postpartum massage therapist. So that takes up a lot of my time. It really does. I have people that work for me. I have assistants. I teach lactation. And so do I have 8 weeks to possibly win money? And what would that do to the business that actually feeds me and my child and pays my mortgage and for my rental properties and my investments? And does that, I gotta weigh it. And sometimes I'll have some time to a time where I don't have any births or I'm not booked, postpartum. But I would hate to go back on a show, get all fired up, because when you go there, I don't care how long it's been. If I were to see Julie on a show, and it has been forever, and I know, and I'm saying this off the show in my rental living room, right? I'm saying this. It's petty. It's petty. She stole money from me 500 years ago, right? And I'm still pissed about it. I don't like her. And if I saw her, all of this would be upon her. And that's not fair, right? It's not fair, but it's fucking true. It's true. And that's why things get really political and people get voted places they don't belong. It's not about how fast you are or how well you perform. It's who you're cool with and who you're not cool with. They did ask me. I did get asked to do a show where I was looking for love. Remember all that Tila Tequila and are you interested? Like the roses and all that. Do you remember that? Rock of Love, Flavor of All the Loves. And it was, I think they pitched they pitched it as Real Love with Coral, something like this. And I was just thinking to myself, okay, they're going to bring all these guys on. And what am I really going to, come on. So it wasn't enough money. I will say that. It wasn't enough money for me to take time. And I was single at the time. It was right after Abram and I had gone our separate ways. And yes, Abram and I were together. He's a wonderful human being. He's got a beautiful son, and I love and respect him. He's so creative, and I helped him build that house in Montana. So anyway, it was after that, and they did ask me, and it just wasn't something that I thought that I could really actually do, and I damn sure wasn't gonna be kissing people and letting them no, that wasn't gonna happen. Everybody keeps asking me, they keep sending me a message, do I have a filter? No, there's no filter. No filters. Okay, this is my skin and no filters. Okay, this is me. Anyway, but yeah, I think I gotta work on my posture. Keep these bad boys up. Anyway, I think, didn't Adam Larson get engaged with somebody he met on the show, and CT was with somebody on the show, and Nanny was with somebody on the show, and all became so public that when they broke up, they had to make a fucking statement. Hence the fact that when I was on a show and Abram and I were in a serious monogamous relationship, I said, no, let's not talk about it, because I did not want to not only have him connected forever to me, because we weren't at a stage where we thought about marriage at that point. And I just didn't want that to be our legacy. I wanted us to be individuals. He has his own stuff and I have my own stuff. And it worked. We had a very lovely relationship. So anyway, we have all those outside relationships and we come to those challenges and it plays out. We've got people, sort of like when Rachel was on one of the shows, and she had to pick a star, and she gave it to Veronica, who wasn't in the house. And so, she took it from Tina and gave it to Veronica, right? Everybody knows those three are tight. Now, Veronica and Rachel, they lived together on the same street in Los Angeles as Melissa and I. Now, if Melissa and I had gone on a show together, we would have straight chokeholded anybody. We would have choked them the fuck out if they would have tried to vote them one of us off. But they would have came. It would have been a situation. That's how good friends we were. Love Melissa. She's married in New York, and she's successful and beautiful and has beautiful children and a very loving husband. But we lived together for 6 years in Hollywood, in West Hollywood. Beautiful. We had the most fun. And right in walking distance was Veronica and Rachel. And I think they might have been in a relationship at the time. See, Evelyn is not my rival. She is not my rival. She really is not. I love Katie. Okay, so what is your name? Blaine Eerly or something. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. But Evelyn is not my rival. She did some shady shit. But I do not I don't dislike her. What I don't like about what she did on that show, she ate like a pig and with her mouth open. It was disgusting. But that's not a reason to not like someone. I just took my lunch somewhere else. And then also I think she identifies as a lesbian woman. I don't know, but I think so. She threw all of the girls, she threw us under the fucking bus, and she sided with the guys. That is why I did not like her style of participating. Trishelle, she's, I used to make fun of her, and the only reason why I made fun of her on that show was because she was dating Mike, and I was defending Mike. That was the only reason. I don't have any problems with Trishelle at all. I think she's smart and so beautiful, and what she does now is wonderful. So I think she's great. I like Trishelle. And Evelyn's attitude was shitty. She just had a shitty attitude. She had a bad kind of I don't know. She just it wasn't pleasant. She wasn't pleasant to be around. She wouldn't be my friend. Okay, she's not my rival though. I wouldn't say she was my rival. Yeah, Chris, I guess you could say if I had any rivals, I guess it would be Julie, because I cannot see myself strategizing with her and working with her and winning with her, because I don't think I wouldn't be happy that she won. I'd be doing it all for myself, and I wouldn't think she'd have any good ideas. We would be very difficult in a partnership. And I think that that's the true meaning of rivalry, right? Can you work together or can you not work together? Evelyn did have a sense of entitlement. I love Mike, always have. He is like family. He's like family. He is, I will say that in all of reality television, he has been the most successful post Real World. And you know how he did it? By cutting off ties with MTV and doing what he loved. And there's nothing I can say about that but bravo. If I had that little clapping hand sound, that's what would be playing right now. Yes, I do fucking have thoughts on the challenge letting non-Real World and Road Rules people on the show. I thought it was fucking bullshit. The reason why is because I think that that's why we're called OGs, right? Because we have a basis. We have relationships. We were chosen to be on a show. And then they just started going to fucking malls and picking out people. And you want to go on Real World? You want to go on the challenge? And Fresh Meat. Fresh Meat? Somebody asked me to be on a show called Fresh Meat. That alone would be like, Yeah. And I think a lot of the OGs, a lot of the people that were on original seasons of Road Rules and Real World will echo what I'm saying. The Fresh Meat people, of course, are going to hate and go, and yeah, they are. They were allowed on. Not my call. That was Buna Murray's call. But, they also did fucking the Kardashians. So let's see how, their decision-making processes. I like a lot of the newbies, of course. Yeah. I like the newbies. I'm not talking about them personally. I'm just talking about the whole transition of having people that were on Real World and Road Rules and making the Real World Road Rules challenge, putting them together and letting us battle it out, and then bringing on just randoms. I thought that was just a weird turn. I guess they could only get so much from us, and they realized that the challenges were, something that people wanted to watch. Shit, they're not even doing Real World anymore, right? So that shows you. Survivor. Okay, why would somebody that was on, I think, a show, Survivor is a good show. That shit was on what, like fucking ABC or NBC. Why would you go on why? Stand in your survivorness. Like, why would you do that? If I had been on Survivor and somebody from Buna Murray called me with that little piddly amount, I'd go fuck yourself. No. But whatever. Everybody makes their own choices. So anyway, let's see. They're I know exactly how much money that they're making. Yeah. Sorry. I know exactly how much money they're making. And it's not Survivor money. It just isn't. It's not Survivor money. I'd want Survivor money. Mike will never do a challenge. That's Dunzo Bunzo. He doesn't even get their fucking email. I don't even think they have his number. Last time I talked to him, he was like, they don't even have my number. If they wanted to talk to me, they'd have to go through like 3 agents. No, But anyway, I don't talk to Robin. I don't. Not because I don't want to, just because we haven't connected. But yeah, I think that island, but that was kind of weak sauce, right? That island one, that was not a Survivor. That was not Naked and Afraid. Maybe give everybody a bikini because there's some dangling parts of some people that we probably don't need to see. But maybe give us a loincloth, some beads or something. Somebody needs lower beads and somebody needs tighter beads. Yeah. But anyway, what's up with all the spam these days? Is everybody else getting fucking spam calls 30 times a day? What is that? Anyway. Let's see. What else? Hella spam, right? I even get these weird text messages that says I'm going to jail if I don't pay my tolls. Tolls? What the fuck is that? I live in the Bay Area, man. I got fast track. So yeah. I kind of like the spam calls though. I call and I mess with them and they ask me, they're like, oh yeah, did you sign? I just need you to verify this. And sometimes if I'm bored, I'll stay on the phone with them. I act like I'm an old lady. Anyway,